SART, Science Art. Fun facts about the science world. Have you ever looked at a picture and thought it was moving but it wasn't? Or seen two lines that looked different lengths, only to discover they're exactly the same? Welcome to the fascinating world of optical illusions, where your eyes see one thing, but your brain tells a completely different story. What are optical illusions? Optical illusions are images or patterns that trick our visual system. They make us see things that aren't really there or misinterpret what we're looking at. The surprising part? Your eyes aren't the problem. It's actually your brain trying to make sense of the information it receives. Why do optical illusions happen? Every second, your brain processes millions of pieces of visual information. To work quickly, it uses shortcuts based on light and shadows, colors and contrast, patterns and shapes, past experiences. Most of the time, these shortcuts help us, but sometimes they can fool us, and that's when optical illusions appear. What can optical illusions teach us? Optical illusions aren't just fun. Scientists use them to study how vision works, how the brain processes information, attention and perception, human decision-making. They even help researchers understand certain neurological conditions. Optical illusions in everyday life. You can find optical illusions everywhere. Art and paintings, architecture, advertising, road design, fashion patterns, magic tricks. In fact, magicians often use visual illusions to amaze audiences. Famous optical illusions. 1. Müller-Lyer illusion. Two lines are exactly the same length, but arrow-shaped ends make one appear longer than the other. 2. Kanizsa triangle. Your brain sees a bright white triangle that doesn't actually exist. Amazing, right? 3. Café wall illusion. Straight horizontal lines appear tilted because of the arrangement of black and white squares. 4. Ebbinghaus illusion. Two identical circles look different in size because of the circles surrounding them. 5. Necker cube. A simple cube drawing can suddenly flip perspectives in your mind. Motion illusions. Have you ever seen a still image that appears to move? Some patterns create the illusion of motion because your eyes constantly make tiny movements called microsaccades. The image is completely still, but your brain thinks it's moving. Rubens vase. You can see either a vase or two faces looking at each other depending on your focus. Checker shadow illusion. Squares that appear to be different shades are actually the same color because of the surrounding shadow cues. Spinning dancer. A silhouette of a dancer that may appear to spin clockwise or counterclockwise. Penrose triangle. An impossible object that looks like a solid triangle but cannot exist in 3D space. Ames room. A specially designed room where people appear to grow or shrink as they move around. The duck-rabbit illusion. A single drawing can be seen as either a duck or a rabbit. Ponzo illusion. Two identical lines appear different lengths because of converging background lines, like railroad tracks. Zollner illusion. Parallel lines seem tilted because of short diagonal lines crossing them. Fraser spiral. Looks like a spiral, but it is actually made of concentric circles. Troxler effect. Stare at a central point and objects in your peripheral vision may gradually disappear. Lilac chaser. Purple dots disappear and a green dot seems to move around the circle. Motion after effect. After watching movement in one direction, stationary objects may appear to move in the opposite direction. Mach bands. The brain exaggerates contrast at edges, making bands appear lighter or darker. Impossible trident. An impossible object that appears normal until you try to follow its structure. Pinna-Brel staff illusion. Static circular patterns seem to rotate when you move your head. Hollow face illusion. A concave mask appears to be a normal convex face. Young woman and old woman. One picture can appear as a young woman or an elderly woman. The rotating snakes. A still image appears to move and rotate. The dress illusion. Some people see the dress as blue and black, others as white and gold. Shepherd tables. Two tabletops look different shapes but are actually identical. Impossible staircase. A staircase appears to loop endlessly upward. Blivet. An impossible object that looks like three prongs becoming two. Jastro illusion. Two identical shapes appear different in size. White's illusion, the same gray shade looks lighter or darker depending on its surroundings. Moon illusion, the moon appears larger near the horizon than high in the sky. Autostereogram, a hidden 3D image appears when viewed correctly, magic eye pictures. Devil's pitchfork, a famous impossible object with confusing geometry. These illusions are popular because they demonstrate how the brain can misinterpret size, color, motion, depth, and perspective. Fun fact: your brain can process visual information in as little as 13 milliseconds, that's faster than the blink of an eye. Yet even with all that speed, optical illusions can still fool it. The big takeaway: optical illusions remind us that seeing isn't always believing. What we experience is not just what our eyes see, it's what our brain interprets. So next time an image tricks you, remember, your eyes are doing their job. Your brain is simply making its best guess. Outro. Did any optical illusion fool you today? Share your favorite illusion and challenge your friends to see if they can spot the trick. Because in the world of optical illusions, reality isn't always what it seems.